All right, Pokemon Masterclass is back. We've got our first impressions with Duraludon. We got some games under our belt before the patch kept us from playing. Justin's with me. Say hello.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Grasser, Justin. Yeah, we had a pretty good session this morning. Me, Zero, and Spork Ninja. As you can see on the screen, the three of us got in about 4 or 5 games this morning, but then the patch started to get a little buggy. It's okay. It's literally just came out brand new last night / this morning, so it's whatever, right? We'll get some more Duraludon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so right now we actually, I'm actually going to be on the Hoopa, and Zero's going to be taking the Big D.
Yep. All right, man. You ready to kind of just get into some gameplay? We'll just let this roll and talk about it.
Yeah. So this is our first official, video initial thoughts of him actually being out. So this is not beta footage. This is us playing. Zero's going to be behind the wheel. It's him playing today. We just recorded it. Now we're doing some VO after lunch. So let's get into it.
All right, let's do it. So, yep, obviously locked into Duraludon. Here is my item build. I've got Slow Smoke, Muscle Band, Buddy Barrier, and Score Shield. Wasn't exactly sure what exactly I wanted to run. Obviously, the meta around him is going to change.
Yeah.
So we'll see some things happen, and then.
Yeah, there's so many different options right now. We're just kind of throwing spaghetti, seeing what sticks.
Yep. So Spork Ninja's locking in, and let's get on to the game. The plan here was to go bot lane. But
yeah, this Fletchling just kind of messed us up. So what we're gonna do is Brandon's actually gonna go into the jungle. You know what I mean? I can't jungle Hoopa.
No,
and because Doug is up top, planned on going top with the Alola Ninetales, Freezy Boys. We're repping that on the channel. We're gonna let him stay top, and I'm gonna go bot lane with the pretty questionable Talonflame.
Yeah. So, this is just some jungle and stuff. Not really much to see here.
Yeah. Let's talk about his first. Let's talk about his. What's his ability?
Heavy Metal. So I don't believe Heavy Metal comes into play in this game. However, Heavy Metal is a cooldown ability, and it allows you to basically absorb a CC move once, and then it goes on cooldown. So you won't get knocked up, or you won't get frozen or paralyzed or whatever. Or you know what I mean? It just keeps you safe from one sort of CC, and then it goes on cooldown.
Yeah, but it's only specifically ones that will displace you. So knockups, drag, stuff like that. It's not all CC.
Okay. So in here,
it's only things that make when enemy opponents move you.
Yeah. So right here, I'm using the Metal Claw to get the boosted auto. Obviously, when you use Metal Claw, you get a boosted auto next. I told those guys, hey, I'm gonna go back in jungle. I'm just here to secure some bees. We're not in a position here to start diving, especially because Doug is still a Swin Up.
Yeah, exactly.
So, another good time to talk about, I'm using Dragon Pulse. You'll actually see me, use Dragon Pulse a couple times, on accident, because I had just played Ninetales the game before. So, yeah, I'm running Metal Claw. You'll see me lead with it in some of these just to get the boosted auto there.
Plus, it slows, too. It's a ranged kind of projectile, which is kind of weird.
Yep. And then obviously,
yeah, it does slow, which is nice.
Obviously, Dragon Pulse, you absorb damage for a short amount of time, and then you expel that damage out. I'm going with Stealth Rock here. Doug's calling for help at this situation. There's a lot of pressure, you see, and then I forget to hold the Metal Burst there. I still get a little bit of damage. However, the Stealth Rock was a really good lead. Just shoot that from afar, and then we're gonna go in, and we're gonna take this, and right there, just. That boosted auto does so much damage.
Yeah, the thing about Duraludon is the fact that his boosted auto, that's all it is. It's just extra damage, but it's a bunch of extra damage. He has really good, actually pretty decent move speed, and he's got really good range. His auto attack has a good range, good at firing speed, good damage. Then on top of that, all of his damaging spells have really good range. He's actually way more long range than I expected.
Yeah. Especially this Stealth Rock. Look at this damage here. I'm just getting ready to kind of keep Lucario at bay here. But yeah, the range here is actually
the best part
insane.
about Stealth Rock is the fact that they don't know it's there until they walk over it.
Yeah.
You can drop it on their feet like you did right there with that enemy Hoopa, obviously, and it just auto procs the slow. But if you set it up defending a base or something, or defending it. If you think they're going to come from, top lane, you can just put it right there above you, right where that alt is, and they'll walk into it before they get to you.
Yep. Right there, Justin uses Magician to try to get me back into the Dreadnought situation. However, Magician pulls nothing. So right here, I'm just going to use the rocks.
Oh.
Yeah, oh well.
Snake Eyes.
Yep. And then we're going to fully charge Metal Burst, take out the Hoopa.
Dragon Pulse,
sorry. I said Metal Burst because that's what I wanted it to be. So then here we decide, let's go in. So now you're going to see the power of the ultimate, and you kind of
we got all three of us here, and this is really where we change the game.
Yeah, so pop the ult there, slow them, fully charge Metal Burst in the middle of a team fight, and the damage is just insane. They didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, and as you can see, there's still a big ring of fire. Anything inside that AoE, you're taking tick damage. You don't have to be on the line.
Yeah, like right there, that was.
And then also you're being slowed.
Yeah.
So get out of that AoE.
Yep.
Get out of the circle. Don't fight inside that giant circle.
So you're kind of seeing the pressure of jungle Duraludon. Like, I'm not even, jungle's not my main role, and I wouldn't say that I'm even, very good at it. However, you can visually see the pressure that I'm putting on.
Now, with the Hoopa support, being able to just teleport up here like this. Again, we talked about it before. It's going to be coming up every video. Hoopa's an auto-include. You gotta try and bring her. You gotta try and make use of her hyperspace holes.
Yeah. And see, now in this situation, we're just, we're
stealing their farm.
Yeah, we're stealing farm because there's, nothing we can do about it. And then we see that
we're trying to squeeze them for experience. We're trying to kind of put a stranglehold.
Yeah.
So right here, I'm actually calling for you guys to come help bot. That's why we're beelining it.
Yep. So now, huge team fight right here. You can just see I'm going to take a little bit of damage here. Just insane range there. I'm going to chase this guy down. I don't think I actually capped this KO. I think Doug does. But Justin, while we kind of got this footage playing in the background, what do you think about Duraludon's place, in the meta, and how do you think he stacks up to other attackers in general?
He feels good. He feels similar to Dragonite in the fact that he looks really tanky, but he's squishier than he looks on paper, or than what you would appear. But he does an insane amount of damage, but he's just like Dragonite. It's deceptive how much damage you actually put out just with your autos.
Right. Yeah, and that's an excellent point because the boosted autos,
regardless of which build.
Yeah. The boosted auto does so much damage. I'm gonna get KO'd here, but
right here, Trevenant just being the big tank bully that he is.
Yeah, look how long it takes Doug to KO him after the fact.
And it's super effective.
Yeah. So
but Doug is gonna steal this Rotom for our team, which is really clutch.
Yeah.
That's actually really, really good for us.
So for me personally, I think Duraludon feels really, really good. We don't have footage because of the way the patch worked of us using Dragon Tail and Flash Cannon at the moment. We're gonna have some of that later this week. But every move feels good, and every
because we can't log in right now. That's all.
Yeah,
we can't play right now.
Every move feels like it has a place.
It really does. This feels really good. There's no dead weight here.
No, it feels like every move that you choose, you tell your buddies, hey, I'm using this move.
Right here, I actually teleport you back to get through the stun and then come back out of it.
But yeah, I don't think there's a wrong moveset for this character. And I think the fun part is you can build him in specific ways. Obviously, this.
Yeah, you can totally mix and match.
Okay, so this is a pretty funny moment here. I'm ready to go in. Oh, you see, I was gonna hit that Metal Burst, and then I got teleported away.
Yeah,
and then I paid the price for it. But that's okay. We got the bird coming up in 30 seconds. As far as where this character stands on top, when you compare to other attackers, I think it's so interesting because this is a long-ranged attacker with so many more options, and then obviously you got Stealth Rock and stuff like that. Justin's calling for
right here. Boom, come in, instant damage. I don't even think you pop your ulti there, and look how much damage you do.
No,
it's because of that Dragon Pulse. So obviously, you take damage and then deal it back out is essentially what's going on.
Yeah,
and we have to talk about how massively like large that AoE circle is for Dragon Pulse. It's so huge.
Yeah.
And obviously, so you can have two different versions of Dragon Pulse. You either just tap it and it just does a big burst around you real quick, or you hold it and it gains more damage and gains more range.
Yeah. So
Nice
here,
Zapdos, by the way.
yeah, thanks. So obviously, yeah, team surrenders here. We don't get to score our points.
But you know, it is what it is. And like we said, this is our initial thoughts. We do feel really good about it overall. We just did a tier video last podcast last week, so it's sort of interesting that they had this huge, crazy like new patch coming in, rework, and you know, obviously now with Duraludon, brand new character, and they just announced Azumarill, another character coming out also in this patch, so presumably in the next two to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit of an interesting conversation, you know, to talk about like where do you think Duraludon would sit so far? Just, you know, day one thoughts.
Yeah. So okay, obviously, so this is one of my earliest games on Duraludon. You see, I get the most damage in the entire game. You know.
There we go. Yeah.
So for me personally, I'm gonna say, and you don't have to answer this question. I'm gonna answer this question. I'm just gonna put it out there. I think this is like a maybe a top 3 attacker class, if not the best.
I think in terms of like what tier we did for our podcast, I think this would be S tier.
I think so too.
I think he's dropping. I don't think he's as broken as Sylveon.
No,
but I definitely think he's dropping very strong.
Yeah, like I think he's better than Pikachu. I actually think I love Cramorant. But the nerfs hurt, and I think he's better than Cramorant.
Yep.
It's just a matter of, do I think he's better than Alolan Ninetales? I can see a world where I say yes, he is better than Alolan Ninetales. I can't really think of any attackers off the top of my head, like long-range attackers that I think are better.
We talked about how it felt like the sort of Pedal Dance Venu, but it actually kind of feels more like the Solar Beam Venu in terms of how much crazy range you have. And again, we will talk about the other build as soon as we can log back in and get some footage with using Flash Cannon. And we're probably going to do maybe a little extracurricular where we do like a maybe 15-minute deep dive of this patch, because there's a lot of stuff Brandon alluded to right now that got changed with this patch. You know, Cramorant got nerfed. Lucario got nerfed, Alolan Ninetales got buffed / tweaked, Duraludon dropped, obviously. One of our games, I think we have on recording, Doug's playing the new Decidueye, who got buffed. So there's so much to talk about this patch. So maybe we'll do an extracurricular, you know, in the next week or so talking about it. But for right now, in terms of Duraludon, I do think he dropped in a really good spot where everything is settled. At the moment, I do think he's definitely towards the top of the pile, if not at the top.
I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. I think it'll be interesting to see if he gets any sort of changes. I don't know if he's overpowered. He might be a little bit, but, you know, just remains to be seen.
Yeah. I like the fact that he's not super tanky.
Same. Well, you know, that special side, you know, in the game, it's like you got like a 50 base special defense or something like that. So you know where to hit him.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I'm really happy with where he's at so far, and I can't wait to jump into the other Unite content we have this week. Because, again, we already have a Ninetales video. We've got more Duraludon. We've got plenty of stuff to talk about with this brand new patch. So I think that's going to be it for today. We're going to get out of here. Until next time, I've been Gym Leader Justin.
And I'm Zero.
Class is dismissed.